listen, you need bad guys too. Dillon Brooks might be the most despised player in the NBA right now.
When you chirp like Dillon Brooks chirped last night, you gotta bust his ass.
Everybody needs that heel, that villain. That's what Dillon Brooks is. He's an agitator. He's an irritant.
Like a WWE character. No, yeah, he's a cartoon character.
I do like it.
I love it.
The world loves a good villain, or a bad villain, or you get the point. The NBA is no exception. Throughout its history, the league has seen its share of reviled antagonists. From Bill Laimbeer and the Bad Boy Pistons,
and here comes Laimbeer,
to Meta World Peace.
Oh, that's disgraceful.
Reggie Miller and Lance Stevenson. And now we have Mississauga's Dillon Brooks, defying conventional Canadian tropes by saying, "Hate me, I don't care, not sorry."
He's going to be suspended the next game.
He can't help himself.
Yeah, like bump arms. You know what I'm saying? Like...
Brooks might very well be the NBA's most hated player currently. He's cocky, brash, and totally unapologetic. The Brooks origin story started at the University of Oregon. Playing against Duke, Brooks hit a three-pointer with Oregon up big.
4 on the shot clock.
Legendary coach Mike Krzyzewski took exception, telling Brooks after the game he's, quote, too good of a player to be showing off in the end.
I have to, move on from this situation and, focus on Oklahoma.
The Houston Rockets took Brooks with the 45th overall pick in the 2017 NBA draft, but immediately shipped him to Memphis. He'd become an instant fan favorite in Grind City, averaging 11 points per game in his rookie campaign and was named to the NBA All-Rookie second team. Although Brooks, he thought he should be on the first team. From there, the comic book villainy started to emerge. In the second round of the 2021-2022 NBA playoffs, the upstart Grizz were tasked with stopping the third-seeded Golden State Warriors. Game 1 was a tone setter. It was physical and emotional, with Draymond Green getting ejected for tangling with Brandon Clark.
Draymond Green has been ejected for the windup to the face, impact to the face, the follow through from the jersey, and the throw down to the ground.
And in Game 2, the villain made his presence known.
Payton, right down the middle, he's fouled hard. And Payton's in pain.
With Gary Payton on a fast break, Brooks leaps and hits him in the head. Obviously dirty play.
Do you think that was intentional to try to hurt him?
I don't know if it was intentional, but it was dirty. There's a code in this league where you never put a guy's season/career in jeopardy by taking somebody out in midair and clubbing him across the head.
Brooks was ejected and suspended for 1 game. The Grizz went on to win Game 2 and drop Game 3 with Brooks watching. In Game 4, Brooks heard it from Dub Nation every single time he touched the ball.
Memphis shot just 43% the other night. Brooks hearing it from the crowd, and he tosses up an air ball.
In Game 6, the Grizz saw themselves down 3-2, backs against the wall, Steph Curry entering God mode. So, enter the bad guy.
Just two-hand shove Steph Curry.
Brooks was given a flagrant foul on the play, and he got an earful from Klay Thompson, resulting in double tees. In the end, the Warriors were just too much for Brooks and Memphis to handle, beating them in 6.
The Golden State Warriors are headed back to the Western Conference Finals.
But after the game, Brooks had a message about the Dubs' age.
They know that we're going to come every single year. We're young and they're getting old, so.
Fast forward to the next season, Christmas Day, and the Warriors show this beef has not been squashed.
There's no question there's some healthy competitive disdain between these two teams.
Up 14 in the fourth quarter, Thompson takes a jumper that leaves Brooks flailing, and he takes advantage of a prone Brooks, taunting him as he falls. Minutes later, Draymond joins the fray, to be expected, of course. Having taken a pretty serious L, most players would choose to tone down the antics, but not Brooks. If anything, this started the rising action of his villain arc. From here, it seems like Brooks was jawing and creating chaos on a nightly basis. On January 20th, 2023, against the Lakers, at the end of the second quarter, Brooks and former NFL tight end Shannon Sharpe began arguing as the teams were heading in the locker room. Brooks' teammate Steven Adams went to confront Sharpe along with a few players before T. Morant, the father of Grizzlies point guard Ja Morant, got into a heated exchange and had to be broken up by security.
It's a bunch of guys talking a bunch of trash.
Jump ahead to February 2nd, the Grizzlies are in Cleveland, and Brooks is going at Cavs star Donovan Mitchell all night. In the third quarter, Brooks drives to the rim, but it's knocked off by Evan Mobley. Brooks falls and swings his elbow right into Mitchell.
With a move by Brooks, it was deflected, it's loose, hold on!
This has kind of been brewing on all game. They had words earlier in the first quarter. We can't get into the head of Dillon Brooks, but that's what started it all, is right here. Look at the left hand. Boink. Yeah.
Brooks is gone, Mitchell is gone.
That's just who he is. We've seen it a bunch in this league with him. Him and I have had our personal battles for years. Quite frankly, I've been busting his ass for years.
Later in the season, the tensions between Brooks and the Warriors had bubbled back up again. Draymond Green was featured in a profile on ESPN, which included a comparison to Brooks. Needless to say, Brooks, he did not like the comparison. Quote, "I don't like Draymond at all. I just don't like Golden State. I don't like anything to do with them. Draymond talks a lot." Green, he shot back on his podcast.
If you ever wondered why the Memphis Grizzlies is not ready to compete for a championship, look no further than this idiot right here. I'm trying to figure out why they like you in Memphis. Or do they like you in Memphis? I'm not sure your teammates like you. You're not a champ. You're a clown.
The next day, the Grizz hosted the Warriors in Memphis, beating the defending champs by 21.
Brooks by Green puts it up and in. Oh, and they're talking. They're discussing the podcast. Green won't have any of it, and Brooks wants to try to light the fire.
And after the game, Brooks had some savage words for Green.
What was the message that you had to Draymond?
That's what I do. I talk. And keep doing this podcast, keep blogging, keep doing this thing off the court. You know, it's cute, it's fun for him. You should give the mic to Draymond. Make him talk about me.
What was that?
Make him keep talking about me so I can play better.
All right, guys. Oh, my goodness.
Brooks would finish the season as the NBA's leader in technical fouls with 18. And he doesn't seem to care.
Dillon Brooks embracing the villainous role.
He'll antagonize, provoke, and annoy. This is part of his brand now, his identity. The most hated villain in the NBA is Dillon Brooks. And the story has only started.